Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make haystacks. It's a vegetarian meal, Adventist meal. Not a lot of people really know what they are. Some people think it's kind of like nachos that are vegetarian, but it's a little different and I think they're a lot better than nachos. So, we will cut up some ingredients. I already cut up some cilantro over here, but I will chop up a tomato. And this tomato is from my grandma's garden, so it's pretty good, organic. We want to make sure that we chop them into good bite-sized pieces so we don't have any big chunks of tomato floating around. So we'll chop those up pretty nicely. Alright. I'll put those in a bowl over here. Alright. Next I'll chop up an onion, and I think this is just a Walla Walla sweet we have here. Hopefully I don't end up crying while I'm chopping it. Usually when I'm chopping an onion, I'll chew some gum or put like a matchstick between my teeth because it's supposedly supposed to make you not cry. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it will. Usually when we make haystacks, we'll make like pico de gallo to put on it, so we'll do all the onions and cilantro and tomatoes together, but we're on vacation right now, so we're trying to do things a little more simple, so just got a couple of the ingredients here. And I opened up a can of olives and just put them in here. Usually we'll chop them up, but having them whole is fine too. And then we'll usually chop up a head of lettuce, but we just got a bag of it, so I'll pour it into a bowl over here. The one thing you want to do with haystacks is make sure you have all the ingredients separate so that when people are making their haystacks, they can just put what they want on it and they don't have to put everything on there. And usually we'll shred some cheese too, but we already have some pre-shredded. And then we have some pinto beans over on the stove that are heating up. We just took those out of a can. Sometimes Adventists will put some beans in the crock pot the night before and have them cooking so that they're ready the next day, but we just did some from a can and put them on the stove. So, now that all those ingredients are together, I'll show you how to build your haystack. The first thing you want to put on is chips. This is always the first ingredient. When people make nachos, they'll usually leave the chips whole on there so they can pick them up and eat it. But with haystacks, you eat them with a fork, so I'm going to smash all the chips on my plate. Next thing you'll put on is some beans. And you want to make sure you always do the beans next. It's just kind of how everyone does it. And then we'll put on the cheese next so that it will melt over the beans. It's good to always have that meltiness on there of the cheese. Next we'll put on some lettuce. And you can really do the vegetables in any order you want, but I'm going to do the lettuce first. Put on a little bit of tomatoes. And some onions. And then we'll put on some of the olives. And you can dice up the olives, chop them, put them whole, however you want to do it. And then I'll put some cilantro on. Cilantro is like my favorite ingredient of the whole haystack. Just adds a really good flavor. So after that, we're going to add on the toppings. Some people put salsa, sour cream, guacamole, but I'm going to put ranch and sriracha on mine. I like to put on a lot of ranch. Then some sriracha for some spice. And now we've made a beautiful haystack. But the thing about haystacks is You want to have a bite of everything in every bite you take. So even though it's so beautiful, we're going to mix it up so we can get some good flavor in there. All right. So this will make sure that every bite you take, you'll get a really good mixture of all the flavors. Some people leave their haystacks all pretty, but I don't think that's the right way to eat it. So then, after that, you're ready to dig in. And that's how you make a haystack. Thanks for watching, guys.